those dirty clothes? So put whatever you need to put in here. Put your dirty ones and dirty ones. Yeah. So this needs to be right here. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Back a little bit.
Suppose you're doing homework on here, huh? The whole time, the last couple hours? Suppose homework, right? Any games? Are you blocking it so you can't try to be like on the camera? Are you doing that? Strategically? Let's go. When you lie, you pee in there? No. Go. Go, that stuff's out of here. Give me that.
Cam, put that on pause, please.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Club. Welcome to the House of Horrors. Welcome. I figure, I should talk because they're silent. Let's see if they can keep their shit together today. Just saying.
All right, Ms. Black, you may proceed.
Yesterday, they didn't know how to work a laptop. Okay, carry on.
Now publishing January 7th, 2022.
Sure.
Here we go with the silence again. Hopefully they can keep it together today because I was unable to take the red eye to Florida to be in that courtroom to help them keep it together. Let's take a count. How many sidebars are they going to have today? How many breaks are they going to have today? Just saying. Okay, carry on. I know, right? We can talk about that.
Morning. Okay, let me get your clothes, your food, get it going. Okay? Grab your clothes. Are these dirty?
Okay, Dippy, that kid was unhinged, but this is what I gotta say. I took care of a kid like him, and I wonder if the parents had him on medication and had an aide come in and help take care of him. Just saying. And went to a special school. There's a mama. see that girl in the courtroom using her phone? Oh. Thought you're supposed to keep your phones off. I'm trying to entertain people. Too much silence. I'm trying to entertain the crowd. All 7 of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Hit the like, people. All 7 of you. Miss Dippy, I'm not sure. However, during break, well, they're going to have many, but the lunch break, we will watch the closing or the opening statement from the prosecuting team. No. Yes, I agree. You don't adopt children if you cannot handle them. And I feel people that adopt, especially special needs kid, they need to be checked on.
Where's your food? Give me your food.
Oh, I'll shut up.
Roll that like other ones.
I'm sure that kind of stuff aggravated him even more. Right.
You can get some.
See, because that kid I used to take care of, he would destroy the house. He would hit the mom, but the mom would get aggravated with him. One time she slapped him in front of me. And what ended up happening, it took a long time for that kid to trust me. But
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go do that. He's gonna eat. Go.
yeah, who knows what he done to himself. So that kid I was taking care of, he clung on to me. He would cry when I left. And that was a big accomplishment because detached kids don't know how to handle love and attention like that. They act out in negative attention or to get negative. I don't know. They're negative. Do you guys know what I mean? I'll figure out my words right. They call them special needs for a reason. Okay, that's my experience. That's all, people. Every case is different. You guys, can you imagine me in the courtroom? For real?
And soak that away, bring your dishes in the bathroom. Change that shredder down very much.
I wonder where all the kids are now. Because there's 4. 2, 13, 14, and 16, I think. Well, you know, I have a hard time sometimes pronouncing words, but I would get it all. Believe me, I think I'd be more entertaining than anything. Okay? Just saying. I'd be like, I would look at the jury or whatever, the judge. You know what word I'm saying, right? Help me say that word. That'd be it. Oh God, people do not like me talking during this. I'm losing people. People.
Yes. Good night.
Wear your shoes. Your dirty socks. Your shoes out there.
He gave her the side eye.
Sherman did that over there, back.
Good night.
Now publishing January 8th, 2022.
I don't see what's going on. Just it's a bummer.
It's dirty. Still put that. We'll plug that in for you.
Here's that ready for you. Father's one right now. Here they come. Here they go. Congratulations, Nola. Good job, Nola.
It's not muted. It's not muted, Truth and Justice. Because that's how they run their courtroom. Oh. Okay, thank you. Okay, I thought I would just put all my links in anyways to all my social media, just because. But what you will not see in here are cash links. Okay? Okay.
What are you doing? Why? You want to eat dinner? Okay. We'll eat dinner. What's wrong with you? Okay. Thank you, Mama, for bringing me dinner. Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, that'll be great.
Who's that guy? Anybody know? You guys, today's gonna be boring. I tried to find another trial. No, they are showing video, and the reason why we don't get to see it because there's a minor. That's why. They had cameras. They have over thousands of videos of what was going on. It's nearly 1 a.m. I'll see you soon. Did you like that?
Now publishing January 9th, 2022.
Morning.
Good morning.
Here's your food, and you grab some clothes for church and make your bed. And just a minute, I think that's the bathroom right now. So take the clothes. Anything else? Okay, here, you can start eating, and then a couple minutes again, I'll open you. Alright, let's go brush your teeth. Dirty stuff. Cars, you're gonna have no cars for bath time.
Come on, there. Come on. No, come on, maybe later.
Hey, here's, let's go. Go. We're gonna do bath time now. Get your cars in your room.
Okay, man, we gotta go. No.
Here, let's go. Hurry. Oh no, you have no cars. You have no cars. Oh no. Travel late. Let's go. Let's go. Here goes Mary. Here goes Fiona. We're gonna have no car time. No, we're gonna have cars. Lights are gonna be turned off in a second. Wait, let's go.
Right here.
Let's go, Pierce. Let's go. Go get your cars.
You're gonna sit here. I wanna see the screen from the camera. pocket. Don't try to be tricky. Okay. You share? Yes. Did I give you that book? Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm. Good information about the world. Maybe put that on your desk. Corner there. Okay. A Holocaust.
You have to make something?
No,
There,
no, I have to just.
You have to watch it?
No, I have to like move the thing. Okay. we doing on the Chromebook? So what? What's the goal and how much? What's all this stuff? Huh? So what were you just saying? Huh? Step aside. Are you doing anything you shouldn't have done? No. Playing any games? No. Sure. Yeah, sit there. We'll put the air on. Sit right here. Sure? Yeah. Tell me how. What were you doing? I was walking back in. So you've not done everything the whole time? No. I closed Chrome and it kicked me out. Why did you close Chrome? Because I was closing out stuff. What stuff? All the things I put about. You can waste my time. But I have to search stuff. I'll find it. School will find it, or I'll actually spend time to find it. But I don't want to waste my time searching what you've already been doing. If you're doing anything you shouldn't have done. No. Holocaust and stuff. Huh? Holocaust, man. What were you doing on it tonight? Personalized. That's what I think. You're supposed to do that? Well, it's allowed. Everyone that can have it. I think it's loud. It's allowed. Like it's not restricted. Okay. Who's my staff away? Yes, it's DJ. Why? Because I was trying to get back to the portal. You don't click on something by accident. By accident. You're very deliberate when you do it. So what I can do is bring this to your IT purple tomorrow at school, because it says suspicious activity reporting app. I'll let them know that something's happening there with this. Should I do that? No, that I pressed. When you go to the new tab, I pressed SPBC bookmarks at the top, and it led me there. And then I realized it's the wrong thing, so I clicked on the other one, the portal. Automatically routes your tip report appropriately. Face this way.
here.
He said he was done with his homework, but he was still on his computer because it's something to do.
What were you searching?
This customization thing.
What?
Customization thing.
You're supposed to be doing that on your Chromebook?
Restricted, does that mean you should take $10?
You know.
Right.
So you finished all your homework?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, alright, take the Chromebook then. Take it. So you say you're searching customization?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you go to the bathroom real quick? I'll walk with it.
Did you get, hey Tim, did you, I said the email open? Is the school email open?
Anything else for him? Did you turn the air on for him?
I did, yes. There, I'll give them that. Here you go. Sleeping any better? A little bit?
Oh, yeah, I don't.
You can tell.
Okay. I'll see tonight, but I don't think I'm sleeping that much better.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. That's a lesson, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good night.
You turned the light on? Alright, there you go.
Oh, dear God, people. So slow. And boring.
Now publishing January 10th, 2022.
Dirty? Let's go.
Okay, guys, if there's a more interesting trial, let me know and I'll go there.
Should make your bed.
Ms. Black, are we at a stopping off point for a 10-minute break? Let's pause it. Let me go ahead and take a 10-minute break now.
Already?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's 20 after. We've been going about an hour. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll start back up 11:30.
Oh, my God. Okay. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well.
All right, everyone may be seated. Court will be in recess until 11:30.
Until 11:30. Where'd it go? I want to show you guys something. All right, hold on. Now, tonight I will be live. We got another Missouri case. Well, it's been for a while. Here, let me mute these people here. Okay. Okay, so you guys know that I'm focused on Missouri and helping these families out. David here has been missing over a year, okay? Hardly any attention on him. So let's watch this old video of him. Nobody is talking about this boy. This is David Michael Bowers Jr. He's been missing since September 12, 2021. Okay, he's got brown hair, brown eyes. He's 5'10", 128 pounds, from Afton, Missouri. He was last seen in Afton, Missouri on September 12th. He was last wearing white and black hoodie, jeans, white tennis shoes. He has dreads, blonde and green tints, multiple scars on his arms, several tattoos, including an eye image on his right thumb, Homer Simpson, and an unknown location. If anyone has info, call 573-369-2341. No coverage. No coverage on this guy. He's somebody's kid. And then you got this remark from his grandma. My grandson has been missing since September 12th. We can't seem to get any help from law enforcement. He is from Osage Beach. We filed the missing persons report in Miller County. He was last seen after Missouri, is what we were told. We have had several people tell us he's been in Osage Beach and Camdenton, but those places have no proof that it was him, and we can't get nothing from the police. So if there's anybody that knows what we can do to find him, we'd appreciate it. See, that's sad. Sorry, guys. That was loud, I must say. Okay, here we go. So if anybody's interested, here we go, here we go. Still has no attention. And Missouri cases. All right. So here you go. I'll put the link in case you want to see it. Okay, now. Let's look at some other people, missing people that are not getting attention, you guys. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this girl right here. Got a missing teen here. Her name is Yaden Adlina Zion Roberts. But what I noticed, her mom calls her Yaden Roberts. Okay, she went missing September 12, 2023 from Bellflower, California. She's 16 years old. She's 5'4", 110 pounds. Her build is thin. She's got brown eyes. Her hair is half blonde, half brown. Okay, she was wearing dark-colored baggy pants, possibly light-colored boxer shorts, or shorts under pants. Black long-sleeve crop top, several piercings on the face, eyebrow bridge, right bottom lip, spectrum, sometimes add jewelry to her teeth and forehead. Oh, that's interesting. Gray purse, has a scar from a deep cup above her left breast and a tattoo of a smile on her hand. Circumstances. She left a friend's house after an argument with using mom's phone. Friend did not tell mom that she left until 5 p.m. the next day. Friend said she took off in the middle of the night. Video captured her leaving 10 minutes after the fight. She hasn't been seen since. Anybody with info, call 562-623-3500. Okay, and here's the scar right there. Okay, there you have that. Let's get another one out there. Let me look. These are all new ones. There's just too many people. And then we got to hear, oh, this one here. Ooh, we'll wait to do that one. Because it's 10 minutes long. Let me see. Trying to find a short one. Just trying to get them out there. Okay, forget it. We're going to laugh. Forget it. Gotta try to make this interesting for you guys. Okay, this is me doing BHB.
Hey guys, BHB here. You wanna know where I'm at? I'm looking for Pit, that bitch from YouTube. Oh yeah. I think I found her place. We will see.
Look, I got into her building. It's secured and all, but I got in. Wish me luck. I think it's somebody's kitchen. This is somebody's kitchen. Wish me luck. I'm on the elevator. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna go to one of the apartments here. Okay.
Hello,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm all right. Is Kit here?
No,
Can I come in and look?
no.
Are you sure? Why can't I come in?
Well, because this is my house
I don't give a fuck.
and you don't belong here.
I'm BHB. Okay, don't fuck with me. Google my ass. Okay, bitch?
Okay, fine.
Let me in.
I'll do that.
Let me in. Going into this bedroom. Ah! That was the wrong apartment. No, they didn't get mad at me. Okay, we're going to another apartment. There we go. Hi, I'm BHB. How are you tonight?
Yeah, what do you want?
Is Kit here?
No kid lives here.
No kid?
Nope.
Can I come look?
Got a warrant?
Here's your warrant. Oh my god. Hey guys. How we going? What happened? I was on a mission today to try to find that bitch Kit. No, I didn't find her yet. But a sledgehammer got me. Yeah. No cops were called. Yeah. Who cares about my fucking hair? All right? Who fucking cares about my hair? I know it's thin. You like my braids, huh? So, you know what? All you motherfuckers, leave me alone, okay? I've had a bad day. So, you know what? Donate. So I continue the mission to get that bitch Kit. She don't live anywhere close to me, okay? I just got back on the red eye. Even though my eye's black, I did the red eye. But I did find it. And I did get inside. So all you motherfuckers, I can do the same thing. Watch it. There you go. There you have it. BHB. All right. Let's go back to the courtroom. Sound on? Okay. Sound check.
May be seated. All right, before we get started, let me just make an announcement. I've been advised that there have been some instances of people taking photos with their cell phones or electronics in the courtroom. That is expressly and specifically prohibited unless you are a member of the press. It's been pre-authorized to either video these proceedings or to take still photography through our publicity
Do you remember the
coordinator.
girl in the beginning
Everybody
had
else
one?
is not authorized to be using their electronics in the courtroom unless you are an attorney or involved in either the state's legal team or the defense's legal team. Anybody else should turn your electronics off at this point because I can't have anybody violating the rules and taking photographs or audio recordings of these proceedings when they've already been expressly advised prior to this that they shouldn't be doing that. So that's the court's ruling. Unless you, again, are a member of the either state or the defense legal team or an attorney or a member of the press that's already been pre-authorized to take video or still photographs. Everyone else should have your electronics turned off at this point. Ms. Black, are you ready to proceed?
I did want to address one issue when we were at sidebar about the timing on
Mhm.
videos. It came to my attention that the timing is in the UTC time. So in the later hours, when it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, it converts because it's 5 hours ahead.
So it's still correct.
Yes.
So you'll deal with that in closing arguments and explain it if that's something that needs to be explained. But you concur with that explanation, Mr. Wahid? You don't? Okay, all right. So if that's something that either side wants to address in closing arguments, you can do it. It doesn't sound to me like it's a problem with the evidence per se. And it's not even a problem that it's not representing what it purports to represent. It sounds like to me now, you just have to explain to them that it's the UTC time. All right, so all sides ready to continue?
It shows UTC and Eastern time. It shows both on the screen.
All right, and for those individuals that just walked in prior to my last announcement, you're supposed to, I made an announcement that unless you're an attorney, member of the press, or a member of either the state or the defense's legal team, all electronics are to be turned off at this point because I've been advised of instances of people taking photographs with their phones. And so because of that, I'm going to now have to invoke the rule that nobody have their electronics on except the people that I've authorized. All right, so with that, everybody ready for the jury to be brought back out? All right, Mark, you may bring them out. All rise. Jury entering. All right, everyone may be seated. Ms. Black, you may proceed with the continued publishing.
And just for the record, the state is still publishing State's Exhibit 17, and we are on January 10th, 2022.
And Ms. Black, just let them know about the UTC time. I think now's an appropriate time to let them know so they can process it contemporaneous to seeing it.
So before every snapshot, there is what's the UTC time, which is 5 hours ahead of what the Eastern time is. So on the bottom, you will see the Eastern time. And then on top, you may see that it may be ahead a day, but that's just because of the timing. This is the time zone. This is still the same day.
Okay, all right, you may continue then.
socks, get your clothes. Just go through there.
Yeah. You're doing work here, so you can't go in there. Just grab your stuff, go out the car. Where are your shoes?
They're over by the shelf.
Okay, I'll go get them. Take the ring there. This is dirty. Okay, I'll put my car on. I'll come with you. I'm gonna just get Mary and I'll be right there. Okay. Let me get Mary, okay?
Okay, I got a different trial we're going to watch. Okay, it is Logan. A man found living in a tent is accused of shooting and killing 2 people on a popular New Hampshire hiking trail. So let's watch that. So I'm sure somebody else is doing the other one, but yeah. Here we go. Something different.
About was on the 25th, you said that at some point you engaged the use of a metal detector.
Yes.
And you'd also testified how I think you had said was it 26 years with the police department?
16.
16.
Yes.
Ended with a 6.
Yes.
And you said that you are an evidence technician. Is that right?
Yes.
So when evidence needs to be collected, you're sort of the go-to person.
One of
The
yes.
go-to people. One of the things that you're in charge of is, I understand the Concord Police Department has some sort of van or bus or vehicle for evidence collection. Is that right?
Correct.
And one of the pieces of equipment that you have in there is the metal detector.
Yes.
All right. And Concord PD only has one metal detector.
Yes.
All right. And you know how to use that metal detector?
Generally.
And you said that on August 25th, you did use the metal detector and you sort of moved it back and forth.
Yes.
And you said that you had to do, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you said you had to do a lot of digging around.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to talk to you about that because, and I apologize, I don't have that picture printed. My understanding is that on this particular day, there was only one hole that was dug.
Is digging the word? We had to sift through.
Okay.
Yes.
So you had to sift through, but there was only one time that you had to physically dig a hole.
I don't know that I ever dug a hole.
How about I show you the full CD of all your photographs?
Sure.
Okay. It's CD 216.
Are you good with the binder? Do you want to?
Oh, yeah. we will.
Okay.
We're going to look at some stuff that's not in there.
Okay.
All right. So you're welcome to scroll through there. And again, I don't have copies of all of that.
I think I can see what you're referring to. This hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there anything found in that hole?
No.
Okay. But there was only one hole that was dug.
On that day, I believe so.
Yes. And there was another day, which were you there on August 30th?
For only part of the day.
For only part of the day. So we may or may not talk a little bit about that today. So I apologize. All right. So August 25th. And you've already been through several of those photographs. And I just want to show you a few more. And I'm sorry, these two are out of order. So just 1 second. Well, we'll just give them to you. I am handing the witness defendants exhibit 1146, 1147, 1148, 1149, 1150, 1151, 52, 53, 1154, 1155, 1138, and 1139. Thank you. Will you take a look at those?
Sure.
All set?
Yes.
Your Honor, I am going to have her discuss all of those, but just as the state did, I would ask to move all of those in as full exhibits.
I can just take a look at them.
Yeah.
Strike and full, of course.
So that's 1146 through 1159.
I believe it was, the first two are out of order, 1138 and 1139.
Oh, 1138 and 1139.
Yes, and then the other set are 1146 through 1155. And
1150.
they're defense
Okay.
exhibits.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's no objection, Your Honor.
They're all full exhibits.
All right, so some of you did show the jury some of the photographs of some of the casings that you recovered on August 25th. Yes, up on the big screen.
Yes.
How many did you recover in total?
So they saw every casing that was collected.
Okay, and how many?
They just didn't see every photo of that day.
Understood. How many casings were collected total?
On the 25th, 9 total were collected.
9 total.
Yes.
Okay. So I am looking for number 90. Am I looking for a reminder? I am not.
Oh,
apologize.
I think you want.
48.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the photos that the jury was shown, and I'm going to hand it to you, it is number 90. So, get a reminder. Bill? Put it back in. Apologize. So it states Exhibit 48, photograph 90.
Yes.
And that looks like a casing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's a very blurry photo of the casing.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And you testified and you said, yes, I was able to make out what it read.
Yes.
But I want to show you Defense Exhibit 1146. And I know that this is a darker photograph, but I just want to have something that shows that this blurriness isn't because the actual casing was blurry. It's just this one is slightly out of focus. And then this photograph, which is 91 or Defense Exhibit 1146, you can make out that the sort of the ridges in the words are legible.
I think it's more that the dirt and soil is covering it, which is why I think if that was removed, although blurry, you'd be able to read it better. But it
Okay.
is certainly covered, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And so I do believe that you showed this one, or at least one that's very close to you. I'm handing you Defendant's Exhibit 1138.
Yes.
So again, that was from August 25th.
Yes, it looks to be, yes.
And there's all sorts of little tents.
Yes.
And those tents are demarking where those casings were found.
At least 7 of them.
Okay. One of them was found a little bit to the left in the footprint of the tent. Yes?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Permission to publish?
Absolutely.
All right. And so what I would like to do is I would like to go through some closer images of those casings and those sort of tents.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
So I'm handing you Defendant's Exhibit 1139.
Okay.
And can you describe what you see there?
So tent marker 12, and just to the right of it is a shell casing with the hollowed out end upward.
Okay. And so you would agree that this is visible? Right?
Yes.
With the naked eye?
So that's not how it was discovered. That is after it was discovered by handling and manipulating the pine and the dirt and the leaves, and it was brought to the surface, which is when this photo was taken.
All right. So you manipulated the areas before you took the photographs?
Yes.
But the metal detector, even though it was under a small layer of leaves and dirt, the metal detector was still able to ping and feel that it was there.
Yes and no. Like we talked about, I might make one pass and it would ding, and then 10 more passes in that same exact area and it wouldn't. And then you get another hit, and that's when we would stop and just start sifting on our hands and knees. And sometimes we would find things.
Okay. So you took photographs before you put the tents up there, though? the little yellow tents.
Yes.
And you did something else to sort of denote where the casings had been.
We did.
And the thing that you did was you stuck sticks in the ground.
Well, I personally didn't, but yes, that was what was done.
All right. And so your testimony today is that you didn't take any photographs of any of the areas before you had physically manipulated the dirt around them.
No, we certainly took photographs of that area, but we couldn't see shell casings at that time.
All right. So I'm going to show you in that same series that the state had. So this is photograph 131.
Yes.
And there you see a stick.
Yes.
And next to the stick, you can see the casing.
Yes.
I am going to show you defendants 1148.
Okay.
And there you can see two sticks. Is that right?
I can.
Are you able to see the two casings?
So I can see the casing in the lower right corner.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know that I can see it on this image and the next one. There should be a closer image of it.
Okay. So I have photograph 133.
Mm-hmm.
And that's defense 1149.
This appears to be similar to this same photo.
Okay. And you can see the casing.
I can
now.
see the casing, yes.
Okay, good. And then exhibit 1150, which is photo 134. And you can see the casing there.
I can, yes.
All right. I'm going to show you number 136, which is defendants 1151. And what do you see in that photograph?
I see the head stamp of a bullet or casing. Well, it's a casing. I can see that it's been fired.
Okay. How can you tell that it's been fired?
I can see it on the head stamp.
It's got that little sort of like ding right in the middle.
In indentation, yeah.
Indentation. Okay. And then number 140 in that series, which is defendants 1152. And there again, you see a close-up of the casing.
Yes.
And in both 1152 and 1151, you can very clearly read that it says Sig Sauer or Sig Ruger.
Sig Luger,
Sig
9
Luger.
millimeter.
Don't know.
Yes, I can.
All right. Then I'm going to show you image 147. And there you can again see a stick
Yes.
sort of stuck into the ground,
Yes.
and you see the casing next to it.
Yes.
And then I'm going to show you defendants 1154, which is image 148. And that is a close-up of
The head stamp, yes.
the head stamp. And again, you can read it.
I can read Sig Luger 9 millimeter.
Perfect. And then we have defendants exhibit 1155. And that's image 216. Nope, sorry, that's the CD number. Image 206.
I can see a shell casing with a head stamp, yes.
Okay, good. So when you were talking on direct about digging around, it sounds like what you meant was you had to move some debris, but it wasn't actually digging a hole.
Correct. In that area, no, we did not dig a hole.
Okay, good. Your Honor, if I could publish these.
Absolutely. And I'll just say, just to remind you that full exhibits will be available for you, and you'll have them with you during your deliberations in the case.
You're 1048. I don't know what the heck is going on with all these courtrooms in silence. Wonder what I should do, you guys. Anybody answer? What should I do?
I'm sorry? They're all full exhibits, yes.
All right, since we're already talking about those casings, you physically collected those casings.
I did not collect them. I photographed that process.
Photograph the process of collecting them. All right, so I am handing you what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 1040 through 1048. Take a look at those.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, and so what are these?
This is crazy.
These are shell casings that were found and collected on August 30th by Detective Carter.
I apologize. August 30th.
Yes.
How do you know that it was August 30th?
Well, I remember that Detective Carter collected them, and that's his number that appears before them. He also sealed and signed the date on the back of each of those, and that appears to have been a different day.
August 30th.
August 30th, yes.
I apologize then. I handed you the wrong ones. All right. If I can have a moment, Connor.
Of course.
By chance, do you remember the evidence number since you're so good at that? It's okay if you don't.
I
know you
believe they would have been, well, the first one was 4367, 22-4367.
That is so impressive. So you said that you have been with the Concord Police Department for 16 years.
Yes,
And you didn't start off as an evidence tech.
correct.
You started off, I'm guessing, at patrol.
Yes,
And over time, you worked your way up.
yes,
And you worked your way up because you are good at your job.
in part.
Okay. And specifically, how long have you been doing the evidence tech job?
Well, so when I was assigned to patrol, I was an evidence technician on patrol. That's patrol level scenes. Once I became a detective, I've been a detective now for about 12 years. It's probably been since 2019 and 2020 that it became my primary duties.
All right. And again, you're good at your job.
That's fair to say.
Okay. You're very thorough.
I think so.
You're methodical.
Yes.
You're meticulous.
Yes.
And especially when there's something that's really important.
I'd like to think so.
All right. So the first time that you did a search in this case actually wasn't out in the woods, right?
Correct.
It was of Mrs. and Mr. Reed's home.
Yes.
And you had gone there the morning of April 21st.
Yes.
And in the morning, you went specifically to, I believe it was Building 14.
Yes.
And you were appraised of the situation.
Yes.
And you were told that this was a missing persons case.
Correct.
So still very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And again, because you are so meticulous, you took photographs of that space.
Yes.
And I'm not going to publish any of those or admit those, but I want to talk a little bit about how meticulous you were. You took photos of the outside of the building.
Yes.
You took photos of the inside of their apartment.
Yes.
You took photos of their couches.
Yes.
You took photos of their tables.
Yes.
You took photos actually of underneath the couches and the tables.
Yes.
And you flipped over those things and you took photographs of the underside of those objects.
Yes, I did.
You took photographs of their refrigerator.
Yes.
You took photographs of their receipts.
Yes.
You took photographs inside every suitcase.
Well, it sounds like that's something I did. I don't recall right now.
Boxes, bags, drawers. You took photographs of all of that.
Yes.
You took photographs of their books.
Yes.
Even the inscriptions written on the inside of their books.
Yes.
You took photographs of their bed.
Yes.
You took the bed apart and took photographs in between the mattress.
Yes.
You took photographs of pretty much everything.
But not everything. I mean, although that does sound very thorough, there were items and articles, paperwork that just were not photographed simply because of the realisticness of it.
Okay. But you took photograph of their trash.
I did.
In fact, you took about 1,194 photographs of their apartment and their belongings.
Sounds about right.
Okay. And so this was even before you knew this was a homicide investigation.
Yes.
Again, because you are very thorough and meticulous and methodical. Yes?
I think that's fair to say.
Okay. And this attention to detail, that's not just a one-off. This is the way you conduct yourself because that is your job.
Yes.
And so you bring that level of attention to detail to every scene.
I'd say so.
And maybe even more so once you know that it's a homicide.
I think that each scene is circumstantial and it's a team approach to how we're going to handle it and document it, but
you're definitely going to bring your A game to a homicide investigation.
I always intend to.
Okay. So you talked a little bit, very little bit, about one of your other roles in this investigation, which was that it's not just collecting the evidence, but also what you did with the evidence later.
Yes.
And so one of the things that you were tasked with, and I believe you mentioned this, was sending different items to different labs.
Yes.
Some of the items you collected were from that shooting scene and the recovery location of the bodies.
Yes.
And some of the evidence that you collected was with a very specific purpose of trying to find potential DNA.
I think we should consider the potential to find anything on anything that we collect, but are you talking about a specific scene or in general?
Yeah, so let's talk about the recovery site.
Okay.
So where Mr. and Mrs. Reed's bodies were actually found.
Yes.
You talked about a little bit about how you took all of the photographs of the surrounding area.
Yes.
But you also collected physical evidence.
Yes.
And so I want to talk about some of that physical evidence and eventually what you did with that.
Okay.
Evidence. Okay?
Yes.
All right. If I can have one moment. Do you recall approximately how many physical items you collected?
At which scene?
At the crime?
So on April 21st, at the scene, I believe 4 items were collected. On April 21st.
On April 21st.
Yes.
And I don't recall if it was on your direct, but April 21st, when the bodies were first discovered and we saw it in your photographs, it was pretty much dusk, right? At the beginning of your photographs.
At the start, it was about dusk, yes.
Right. And by the time we get to the end of your photographs, it is pitch black.
Yes.
And so a lot of the actual recovery of evidence, that didn't necessarily happen on the 21st.
Correct.
So before we start jumping to the 21st, and I apologize that I'm jumping around. So on the 21st, mostly you took photographs of the area.
Yes.
And you described how you moved a lot of the debris off of Mrs. and Mr. Reed's bodies.
Yes.
And you described how meticulous you were in taking some off and taking a photograph, taking some off and taking a photograph. Yes?
So I didn't physically remove the debris, but I did photograph.
Right. So you were part of that general.
Yes. Yes.
Was any of the debris that was directly on them, was any of that collected?
The leaf with the white powder was collected and some pine was with that. Other than that, and that which would have been on their persons, no.
All right. And so, you had also described on direct, I believe it was yesterday, that this was a significant amount of debris.
Yes, that's fair to say.
Would it be fair to say, and I know it's difficult to quantify, but would it be fair to say that it would have filled at least one or two, kitchen-sized trash bags of debris?
I would say probably.
Okay, so it's a fair amount of debris, and of course you can't collect everything. You can't collect the whole forest.
No.
So you just collected the one leaf, and you continue to take your photographs. And at some point, that part of sort of collection concluded
For the night.
for the night.
Yes.
And so I believe you had testified that you were notified that someone came to retrieve the bodies.
The funeral home?
The funeral home.
Yes.
Thank you. And so you also testified that you were one of the people that physically had to move them.
Yes.
You didn't do that alone.
No.
And my understanding is that the procedure is the bodies are placed into a body bag.
Yes.
And that serves a lot of different purposes.
Yes.
One of them is, evidence, but the other is it's easier to handle and move them.
I would say probably yes.
Okay. And you had told us about how the road back then had been different, and so you were unable to get a vehicle down to the trail, really.
Up to the trail that as it went into the woods, correct? Yes.
And so you had to physically carry the bodies out to that entry point.
Yes.
And how many people did it take to move the bodies?
So I just want to clarify that we're not talking about two different things.
Okay.
So I said that I helped carry them out of the woods once they were in the body bag.
Okay.
I did not touch them prior to them going into a body bag.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. And I was actually asking about that latter part.
Okay.
How many people were required to physically move them?
At least 4, if not 5.
I'm looking for if there's a logical break point between, to take a break.
I think now is a fine time. Thank you.
I just looking for logical time. Members of the jury, we'll take our lunch break now. We'll resume at 1:30 with testimony in the case. And this is a true 1:30, not like yesterday when my 1:30 turned out to be 1:40, 1:45. But I had a few other obligations I do not have today that I needed to address. So the delay yesterday was really because of other court business, other hearings I needed to conduct during that period. It was not the fault of either counsel in this case. Again, remember my instructions. I know you know them all very well. I won't repeat them now, but remember you're subject to those instructions, and we'll see you back at 1:30.
All rise. Negative, standby.
Dave coming?
Seat, please. Hold on. We're gonna have the two plainclothes guys make the approach, and we'll just be there. Please do not move. What? Do not move. Your hands behind your back. Do it now. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. What about that? Yes, got him. Send it out. What have I done? All right, sit up. Bend your knees. Good. All right. Someone coming? Transport. Carrie Schweitzer in custody. All right. Don't blow stuff right in there. Yeah. No, why I'm dang. Just to get all the answers you want.
So that's that. Let's look at this real quick. All right, New Hampshire. Let's look at the arrest warrant. Let's see. Oh, it's hard to see. Wow. Hold on. Okay, what does it say here? Hold on. Shoot. This is so different. Hold on. Tools. I'm looking for something. No again. Okay. I might stop this one and start a different one of something that's going on here. This is when he was sworn in. Let's see. Murder trial video. Charges read out loud. All right. Here we go.
Good morning. Members of the jury, if you could remain standing while the clerk administers the oath. Mr. Clegg, if you could remain standing until all the charges have been read. Everyone else can have a seat.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, would you please raise your right hands, and at the conclusion of the oath, would you each say aloud, "I will"? Do you so solemnly swear or affirm that you will carefully consider the evidence and the law presented to you in this case, and that you will deliver a fair and true verdict as to the charge or charges against the defendant? Do you so swear?
I will.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you may be seated. Mr. Clegg, if you would remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to the indictments in docket number 217, 2022, CR 1226. In charge ID number 584C. This alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of second-degree murder, in that Logan Clegg knowingly caused the death of Jeswendy Reed by shooting her with a gun. In docket number 217, 2022, CR 1226, charge ID number 2027585C. This alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of second-degree murder, in that Logan Clegg knowingly caused the death of Stephen Reed by shooting him with a gun. In docket number 217, 2022, CR 1226, charge ID number 2053091C. This alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of second-degree murder, in that Logan Clegg recklessly caused the death of Jeswendy Reed under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to the value of human life by shooting her with a gun. In docket number 217, 2022, CR 1226 205 8092C, this alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of second-degree murder, in that Logan Clegg recklessly caused the death of Stephen Reed under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to the value of human life by shooting him with a gun. In docket number 217, 2022, CR 1226, charge ID number 2053093C, this alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about the April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of falsifying physical evidence, in that Logan Clegg, believing that an official proceeding or investigation was about to be instituted, altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed anything with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in such proceeding or investigation, to wit, by moving and concealing the body of Stephen Reed. In docket number 217-2022 CR 1226, charge ID number 2053094C. This alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of falsifying physical evidence. In that Logan Clegg, believing that an official proceeding or investigation was about to be instituted, altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed anything with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in such proceeding or investigation, to wit, by moving and concealing the body of Jeswendy Reed. In docket number 217-2022 CR 1226, charge ID number 2053095C, this alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of falsifying physical evidence, in that Logan Clegg, believing that an official proceeding or investigation was about to be instituted, altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed anything with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in such proceeding or investigation, to wit, by burning his tent and campsite after the deaths of Stephen and Jeswendy Reed. In docket number 217-2022 CR 1226, charge ID number 2091545C, this alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 21st, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of falsifying physical evidence, in that Logan Clegg, believing that an official investigation was about to be instituted, altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed anything with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in such proceeding or investigation, to wit, by destroying or removing information from his laptop computer. The official investigation referred to in the indictment is the investigation into the deaths of Stephen and Jeswendy Reed. The information destroyed or removed from the defendant's laptop on April 21, 2022, that was relevant to the investigation was operating system usage records, network event logs, browsing history, and programs and program data from the defendant's laptop that would have contained evidence of the defendant's use of the laptop on April 21, 2022, to create a new email address and book a bus ticket leaving Concord, New Hampshire the following day, as well as evidence linking the computer to the defendant. In docket number 217-2022 CR 1226, charge ID number 2053096C, this alleges that Logan Clegg, on or about April 18th, 2022, at Concord in the county of Merrimack, did commit the crime of convicted felons, in that Logan Clegg possessed or had under his control a pistol, revolver, or other firearm after having been convicted of a felony against the person or property of another. To wit, he was convicted of the following felonies in the state of Utah on September 30th, 2020. Those felonies being burglary and larceny. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant, Logan Clegg, has been arraigned on the indictments and has pleaded not guilty. And of this, he puts himself upon his country for trial, which country you are. Assistant Attorney Generals have joined the issue for the state, and you are to say by your verdict if the defendant, Logan Clegg, is guilty of the crimes whereof he stands indicted or not guilty. Hearken to the evidence.
Thank you, Clerk Ruffle. Mr. Clegg, you can be seated.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, so that's what that trial's about. And let me tell you, these are boring people. However, I'm going to go for now. Everybody's on lunch break anyways. I'm coming back. There's Lori Vallow update.